Now I'm taking my favorite spoolie in Spoolie Existence. This is a Smith 214, and I'm taking some clear soap. I actually have a brow routine on my YouTube channel, so make sure you check that out. I don't use the Kylie because I got that afterwards, but alright, so instead of using a really light eye base, because believe it or not, we're going to do a more natural look today. I'm going to try my best, y'all. I'm going to try. So I'm looking for the shade in, I think I'll use Rumor 04, which is going to be very close to my undertones and even the redness, but we still want something for the eyeshadow to hold on to. So I'm actually going to take a fluffy brush, which is going to diffuse it a little bit more, and we're going to use a light layer today, and this is Rumor 04 from 𝗕𝗘𝗧𝗬. You can use my code ROSE10 for a 𝗕𝗘𝗧𝗬 discount, y'all. This is my favorite trick with the 𝗕𝗘𝗧𝗬 bases right now. I still have it kind of wonky on there, but if you take a completely dry beauty blender, completely dry, and just tap it right through here and tap it across, it just instantly makes it smooth and cover everything so much faster. Look at that. Woo! We need to add a little bit more up here. Boom. And then we'll just go right back over that with the dry, completely dry beauty blender. And there you go. It looks just like my skin tone, but it just looks a little more even, and it's going to give our eyeshadow something to hold onto and be extra pigmented. See? See that? You could set this with powder and go and just be like, boom, on my way. Now I want to use this palette, but I want to show you guys that you can use this in a very, very subtle way. So the first shade, I know it's going to get crazy. The first shade I'm going to grab is I'm going to go ahead and grab this pretty orange right here. And we're just going to start to tap this all over our lid. And now we're going to have to stop this and go sing Journey. I'm sorry, but it's what needs to be done. Someone hand me my hairbrush. So this one, I forgot to tell you, this is the Huda Neon Orange. It's the orange palette. So I'm going to try and give you guys some more wearable ideas with this. And even though it's still going to be very bright, very wild, we can make it wearable. All right, this is actually unbelievably easy, and the colors are beautiful. So I'm going into this shade right here, and I'm going to go into this shade, and this is my favorite fluffy brush. This is an Epsom G34. Swipe up to get this brush. It's literally the best fluffy brush. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by tapping on the outer, and then we're going to put it right through here. And then we'll tap it over through the center, and then we'll tap it through the inner part of the eye. And this is going to be like a very, very subtle and wearable halo eye. So just build that color up. Like it's already coming together. So now I'm going to go into this shade right here. Same brush, and we'll just kind of soften this and blend this up towards the brow bone. Just do our circular motions. Again, this eye is just going to be a little bit more, I don't want to say messy, because it's going to be very refined in a second, but just not as much detail, but still very pretty and very summer and very wearable. All right, now we're just going to get really spicy, go back into our original shade, and just pop it right above that. Bring it all the way up. Boom. But get rid of that. Boop. Alright, so we're going to do an orange liner. It's totally wearable. Now, I know we ain't wearing this out here to the board meeting, whatevs. I promise I'll do a look like that soon. But this one's more fun. I'm going to grab ColourPop Cream Gel Color, and this is in the shade Puppy. So I'm just going to drop one drop of my Duraline in here. My liner's still perfect, but I need it to be extra, extra, extra smooth. So I always do one drop of Duraline. Everybody go get Duraline. It's amazing. All right, so we're grabbing our do y'all hear that accent, y'all? We're out here in Texas just doing our best, y'all, doing our best. This is a Smith 304. I've been using this for liner lately, and I'm kind of digging it. I mean, the proof's right there. Woo! You see it? Woo! That's some orange spice right there. No, but seriously, you wouldn't think that this shape would be good for liner, but it's kind of amazing. And then you can just go in and tap in the color, and then your spice levels are very high. So now I'm going to take a big old fluffy brush. This is a MAC 252S, and I'm going to go into this shade, this delicious cantaloupe shade here. And we're going to just tap this and kind of give it a nice ombre effect. Tap it from here to about right there. We'll leave the darker part on the outer part. Where there's a little color gremlin that just takes over my body when I sit down to do my makeup. It just takes over me. I don't know what happens. I'm like, today we're gonna do a natural look, and then I'm like a traffic cone walking around trying to live my life. I don't know what happens. Also, I'd like to start the trending hashtag of #ColorGremlin. Thank you very much. Applying my lava lashes in the style Zeta today. These are actually one of my faves when I want all of my eyeshadow to peek out. You guys better get you some lava lashes. Code ROSE for discount, y'all. Y'all already know. Gotta get that Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. How many of you have got this? I need to know because it's the best and it's so affordable. I'm legit obsessed with this primer. And did I even put my primer on if I didn't use a brush and show you guys? This brush is from Tarte Cosmetics. I honestly just use it because it's easy to find. You can use any brush to apply your primer. You do not need this particular one. All right, now we're gonna be using one of my favorite foundations at the moment. Oh, it kind of matches my makeup. This is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Foundation, and I wear the shade Alexandria. We're gonna use the smallest amount, but get ready to watch this foundation blend. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put a very small dot, honestly, right there. That's all we're gonna use for our entire face. And I'm just going to kind of just tap it and let it warm up. Because if it warms up on the back of our hand, it's gonna melt into our skin beautifully. Okay, so I know it's warmed up now. I'm gonna grab my Smith 151 brush, pick up a little bit of that warmed foundation, and start to melt it into my skin. Let me get you all the way in there. Get in that. The smallest amount covers basically everything, but in the best way. And it never feels too matte because I have normal to dry skin, and this foundation still works so beautifully on my skin type. Okay, so I know it's warmed up now. I'm gonna grab my Smith 151 brush, pick up a little bit of that warmed foundation, and start to melt it into my skin. Let me get you all the way in there. Get in that. The smallest amount covers basically everything, but in the best way. And it never feels too matte because I have normal to dry skin, and this foundation still works so beautifully on my skin type. There we go, we have the rest of the face done. I just use whatever's left in my brush for my forehead. I use the smallest amount on my forehead and around my nose and on my nose. Y'all hear Mama back there doing the dishes? That's right. You do those dishes, Mom. I'm gonna take the car away from you. Most of you know I don't even drive. She drives me everywhere. It's why it's the funniest joke I've ever heard. You better wash some dishes, Mama. Alright guys, next we're going to take my Juvia's Place foundation. This one is actually perfect to Himalaya from Kylie. You know it's my favorite. But I didn't get a lighter shade to mix it, so I have to use something else. But the coverage, everything of this concealer is absolutely perfection, so I cannot wait to get a lighter shade. I actually bought the foundation and the concealer with my own money, and it's so affordable and it's so amazing. I'm honestly just blown away by it. It's probably one of my new favorites right now, especially for the summertime. All right, so I'm gonna grab a Smith 103 and kind of tap this out first before we use our blender. So just tap that out. Remember, we're not blending, we're kind of just placing at the moment. And then I'm gonna grab my lighter palette. I'll show you what I'm gonna use. But normally, if I had another shade, I would only use this concealer because it's that good. I'm gonna grab, I actually use this palette a lot. If things aren't working for me, I tend to go to this palette. This is the Viseart Corrector Camouflage palette. And we're just gonna grab a little bit of the lighter shade. That's all I'm gonna do, is just tap a little bit of the light. I'm gonna mix these together. Right there, just to kind of lighten this. Like I said, if we had the right color, which it is the right color, I just like to just lighten it a little bit. But this is gonna do the trick. I did this the other day and it was perfect till my other shade gets here. I'm gonna use my 𝗕𝗘𝗧𝗬 blender because I heard it's coming back the second week of July. Make sure you sign up for emails with them. And we're just gonna work this into the skin. Look how beautiful that is. I can't wait to get my actual other shade of the concealer. Now when you're wearing a little bit more full, she has no respect. I'm grateful to God for her cleaning abilities. But my God, I think she's just in there beating the walls with the broom now. What's your issue in there?
Killing something.
What are you getting? Well, that's not scary. Before I turned it off, she said a panther came in here. She's from South Georgia. They actually did have panthers. And, you know, I'm just going to say that's not what happened. And I'm pretty sure she's just saying Judah walked by. I already know what she was getting after. Where we live, we have a lot of mosquitoes. And that's exactly what she's in there sweeping around. As long as you're not hitting my white walls, you feel free.
I hit your white floor.
Oh, that can be. Okay, so when we do a very full coverage face, we lose a lot of the undertones. And as you can see, I have redness down here, and we want to put that back into the skin. We don't want to look ruddy, but we definitely want to have that warmth. So I'm going to grab my Huda Tan Tour in the shade Light. So we're going to go into the Tan Tour with the smaller side. And I'm going to bring it really far back. And that's honestly as far down as we're going to bring it because we'll blend it to that. Sometimes we put on too much product and then we don't have anywhere for it to go. Now these do blend out beautifully, and they're actually very forgiving compared to what it looks like. And then we'll press this up into the hairline. I know, totally gross, totally worth it. And then underneath here, just to kind of get it going. And then I just put it there, and then I blend up from there and then underneath here. That's about right. All right, so this will add all the redness and the warmth and the definition. Now, redness is usually thought of as bad, but it's not. It actually just looks like summery, living skin. Look at that. We already look more alive. It's alive. Anybody else? No, just me. That's literally what goes on in my head. And then we'll just pop this. And notice I'm blending up. Always up. Look how pretty that is. Alright, so I'm going to use this little set. These are the Blush Light Sticks. And I'm using Poppy. It's real cute. I'm going to use the shade. Which one was this one? Why am I like this? Under Pressure. And we're just going to throw it right on the face. Throw it on there. Leave it like that so Ben can come in and think we're serious. He would think we're serious too. And then I'm actually going to put a little bit on the back of my hand and let it warm up. And we'll put this one on the blender in a second and put it across the nose. So I forgot to set underneath my eyes, but all is well. I'm just going to grab my Kylie powder and this fluffy brush and just tap it underneath here. This is in the shade Soft Pink. Just pop it right underneath your eyes. Any fluffy brush will do that. Now we can stop looking like a Looney Tune and work this into the skin. Remember, we didn't set anything around here, so this is just going to work right into the skin without any patchiness or any of our foundation moving. Oh yeah. See? See? Presentable. Cute. Not deranged, creepy doll. Now this is warmed up on the back of our hand. We're going to pick it up with our blender. We're going to put it across here. This is going to make everything so much more believable. A little bit across the nose, because that's where the sun's going to naturally hit. And then a little bit on the chin. I'm talking the smallest amount. And then whatever's left, I'll just pick up off the back of my hand and just put it on my cheeks. Alright guys, we're just going to finish up underneath the eyes. We're going to go back into these two shades. I'm just using a flat brush. Any kind of brush will do this. And just kind of sweep this underneath here. Easy peasy. Okay. Let's grab this waterline. It's actually my favorite one. I feel like I use this one the most. From ColourPop, it's called UNTZ. I forget what it's called. I always get the name wrong, but it's so pretty and neon on your waterline. Look who is here. You just missed the blush.
You don't have a lot of blush, huh?
Exactly, but I literally drew it on a little rounds, hoping you would come in and see it.
I think it looks good. I think it needs a little more blending out, but you know.
Oh my god.
What do I know?
What do you know?
I don't
I'll
know.
tell you what you know.
What? I'm gonna make your hair all fluffy.
I'm already done. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna fluff your hair up real good.
It might not fluff that much because it kind of has an old blowout in it, so it might not. It needs some hairspray.
Just give it a little
I want a bubble tea.
fry.
No! He thinks he's so funny. He's about to be funny when he finds spiders.
You scared me.
Good. When he finds,
Little
stop
bit of-
it!
It needs a little bump right
I'm gonna
here.
put spiders in your bed. You done torturing me?
Maybe.
Okay, don't you have somewhere to be? Okay, not even a little bit with the little bird scissors. Get out of here. Is that what happened to you?
Oh,
Mama!
she went straight for the bald jokes.
Mama, come get your son. Ugh. Alright, we're going to grab my favorite mascara for my bottom lashes in the history of mascara. This is the Hank & Henry Beauty Slick With It Duo. Code ROSE for a discount. I want to add just a touch more dimension with my bronzer, so I'm going to grab this MAC. This is from their newest collection. Isn't it beautiful? It's the Sun Soaked Strip, and this is my favorite bronzer brush. It's Smith 154. Just a little bit, just to add a little bit of dimension, add a little bit more warmth. Notice I'm tapping and not dragging the brush back and forth. You'd be surprised what tapping does. And then a little over here. Oh, it's real pigmented. I forget about that MAC. They don't play. I like it though. It's a really nice color. Alright, let's see what all this hap is about. Y'all know I loved the first one. I got this the other day and I haven't even used it yet. This is the new Dior Quad. I saw all the other influencers that were sent it. I saw they liked it. So I'm just going to kind of go into the shade and see what happens here. I bought this, by the way. Oh, okay. Hello, Shimmer. Ooh, I like it. So pretty. The first one's absolutely gorgeous because it just melts into the skin and it literally looks like you are lit from within. And I'm thinking I'm liking this one too. I'm going to switch my brush though because I'm actually into this brush. I accidentally grabbed that one. I got a new highlighting brush I'll show you. The Smith 112 is my favorite highlighting brush right now. Look at that. It just hits it and blends it so beautifully as I apply it. So good. I'm kind of vibing with this highlighter though. I like it a lot. And we'll put some here. Oh yeah, we're dewy. We're glowing. We're spicy. We can't be told nothing. Can't hear you over the glow. Alright, got my MAC 228. I'm going to go into the peachy tone here, and this is going to be our inner corner today. Why not? Tie it all together. I put a little bit up here as well already. Woo! Alright, who has their Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day? I need to know. Y'all better go get it. This is my favorite. It smells like summer. It's in the scent coconut. And nothing sets my makeup like my Slay All Day. Code ROSE for a discount, y'all. Okay, this lip color is popping. I've been looking for one. This is K-Bop Velvet Blur from ColourPop. Crazy affordable and so pretty. So you guys know I'm going to do a rough draft and then I'm going to get a lip liner and then just kind of perfect the edges. We're pretty. Alright, I'm going to grab one of my favorite lip liners from Jouer. It's called Rouge. You guys always ask me if I have a code with Jouer. I don't, but you guys ask me on the daily. Just want to always fill you in on that, but we're just going to continue to kind of just create a little bit more defined lip line. All done. We're spicy. I'm going to go get pictures. Of course, I'll post all those makeup details. I will. For now, I'm going to go get pictures. I'm going to order me a taco salad through DoorDash, and I'm going to eat it. I don't know why I'm like this, but I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching my daily tutorials. Make sure you tune into Live Glamco on their Snapchat tomorrow. That's where I will be. I'll let y'all know. I love you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.